When everything around us is uncertain, when pressure builds and outcomes feel unpredictable, what keeps a leader truly steady? In this episode of Bhagavad Gita for Corporate Wisdom, we explore Chapter 2, Part 2, The Steady Mind. Krishna reminds Arjuna that calm is not the absence of chaos, it is composure amidst it. And for today's leaders, the steadiness is not just strength, it's wisdom in action. Join me as we reflect on how awareness can dissolve reactivity and transform pressure into clarity. Welcome back to Bhagavad Gita for Corporate Wisdom. You are watching The Inner Compass with Kishore, and I am your host, Kishore Thakur, Executive Coach, Leadership Facilitator, and lifelong student of Gita. In previous episode, we explored how Krishna helped Arjuna move from confusion to clarity through perspective, identity, duty, and detached action. Now, in this episode, we step into the next level of wisdom: how to stay steady amidst chaos. Because once clarity comes, life still tests it. The question is, can you stay calm when the world is not? Take a deep breath. Think about your own version of the battlefield. That one area of your work or life that feels turbulent right now. Maybe it's pressure at work, a difficult relationship, or uncertainty about the future. Hold that thought gently in your awareness as we walk through this reflection together. Krishna tells Arjuna, the wise stay balanced in both success and failure. When I first read that, I thought, that's easy to say, but nearly impossible to live, because we are connected to chase the highs and avoid the lows. But Krishna is not asking us not to feel. He is teaching us how to stay centered while we feel. I once coached a senior manager during a product launch that failed. Her team was exhausted, morale was low, and she was filled with self-doubt. When we spoke, I asked, if this failure did not define you, how would you approach tomorrow? She paused, then smiled. I would start again, but with calm. That is equanimity, the ability to move from self-blame to self-balance. Think of a recent success or setback. How did it affect your state of mind? What would your equanimity look like for you in that moment? Krishna explains that when we dwell too long on desires, comparisons, or outcomes, we create attachment. And attachment breeds agitation. When I think of this, I am reminded of a leader I coached who had just been passed over for a promotion. He said, I can't stop thinking about it. It's not fair. We explored that emotion deeply, and I asked him, what part of this situation is in control, is in your control now? He said, only how I respond. He stopped replaying the past and started preparing for the next opportunity. 6 months later, he got a global role, not because the world changed, but because his energy shifted from reaction to readiness. Pause for a moment. Where in your life are you reacting instead of responding? How might awareness change your next decision? In this section, Krishna describes what a steady mind looks like. He says, a person of wisdom remains calm even when situations fluctuate, like an ocean that stays full even as rivers flow into it. That image moved me deeply. I remember coaching a business unit head during a severe crisis. Servers were down, clients were panicking, the board was calling every hour, yet she remained calm. She did not rush to assign blame. She said, let us focus on what can we fix first. Her team later told me, we did not feel calm because the problem was small. We felt calm because she was calm. That is the impact of steady leadership. Your calm becomes contagious. Think of a recent challenging situation. How did your energy affect your team's energy? What might change if you led from calm rather than urgency? Krishna says that wisdom comes when we can withdraw our senses, not to escape the world, but to stop being pulled by every distraction. It reminded me of a global HR head who once told me, Kishore, my mind feels like 50 browser tabs open at once. We laughed, but we both knew how real that was. Together, we created a daily quiet window, 15 minutes of no meetings, no screens, no decisions. In just 2 weeks, she said, my focus feels sharper. My mind feels less like a battlefield. Stillness doesn't mean silence. It means choosing what to listen to and letting go of the rest. What noise in your day drains your energy the most? What one boundary could you set to reclaim your calm? The ocean mind, deep, grounded, unmoved. Krishna ends the chapter by describing the sthiti prajna, the steady-minded person, someone who remains peaceful and purposeful even when life is full of movement and change. That image of the ocean, vast, grounded, still, became my personal metaphor for leadership. I have met leaders who embody it. They are not loud, they don't need to prove themselves. Their presence alone brings calm. Once, after a difficult board review, I saw a CFO walk out quietly smiling. He turned to me and said, "You know, Kishore, I have learned not to let applause or criticism change my inner weather." That's inner weather. We can't stop the rain or the wind, but we can choose not to be swept away. What's your current inner weather? Is it stormy, scattered, or serene? What would it take to become more like the ocean, still inside, even when the waves rise? Let us take a few minutes to bring this all together. When I look back at chapter 2, I see two stages of transformation. Part 1 was about clarity, understanding your purpose, and acting without attachment. Part 2 is about mastery, maintaining peace in motion, calm in action. So, here are your closing reflection questions. Take your time with them later, maybe journal or discuss them with your team. What helps you stay grounded when everything feels uncertain? What small daily practice could help you return to calm when your mind races? How can you model steadiness for others even when you don't have all the answers? Take one deep breath in and exhale slowly. That's where wisdom lives, in awareness between the breaths. When you act from that space, you lead not just with skill, but with soul. As we close this reflection, remember, steadiness is not about standing still. It's about moving with awareness, responding with presence, and leading with calm purpose. If this episode resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and share this journey so more leaders can discover the timeless guidance of the Gita. This is Bhagavad Gita for Corporate Wisdom. I am Kishore Kumar Thakur. Thank you for listening, and may your week be anchored in calm.